Hey, good morning, Facebook. It's Bunmi here, and I had to make this early morning video. I've been up, as I said, since 2 a.m. and just thinking and wondering, talking to some other people that been up on Messenger, encouraging people and different things. But here's one thing that really gets me about people, especially in business and in network marketing, and it is that everyone wants to get rich quick, right? Everybody wants everything right now. We live in this microwave generation. But I'm here to tell you that there's a word called PROCESS, process. Like, you got to be willing to go through the process that it takes to become successful, the process that it takes to achieve your dreams. And it's truly a process. Everybody wants something like right now. In 6 months, I want to be at $10,000 a month. And if I'm not, then I'll get weary and quit. And then be out of the game for 3 months and then have to start all over again. I'm telling you guys, you will never win that way. I'm laying here and I was just moved to tears because I was just focusing on gratitude. And I'm like, Lord, here I am in this wonderful, warm house, huge walk-in closet, great energy and peace in my home. And I can remember the time when I wanted a house so bad and I didn't have a house, and it was me. I was married at the time. My 5 kids were all in one room, and we were living with my parents. And I just remember and even before that, we were in Section 8. I just remember, and excuse me for crying, just wanting a house so bad. And, but what did it take to get here? It took a process, It took staying committed. It took belief. It took faith. It took longer than I thought it would take. But how they say, don't get weary in well doing. But I thought it was going to take a year, and I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but it actually took 5 years. And we built a house on 3 acres. And when I started out, I didn't have any money. Didn't have the money, didn't have the credit. So it was totally a faith walk. But from going through the process, now here I am. So I just want to encourage you all. So I'm just so grateful because I'm sitting here, my beautiful home. I'm nice and warm. Like, we can't take those things for granted, just like heat and warmth. There's so many people right now, they're out on the street and they're cold and they just wish that they could get some heat. Now, I can remember when I couldn't pay my gas and electric bill. Like, literally couldn't pay it. And so, and I think about, and I have a huge walk-in closet filled with clothes. Clothes that I don't even wear. Probably need to give away. And I'm always giving stuff away, and there's always still more. And some people, they wish they had a closet. They wish they had more clothes. All they have is the clothes on their back. So sometimes we just have to stop, because like being an entrepreneur and being a driven person, you always want more. That's how we're made up like this. If we can run, we're a good athlete. We want to run faster. We can jump high. We want to jump higher. We reach a goal. We want to go further. So that's just a natural makeup, right, of how we are, I think, as humans. So you have certain things and you want more. You have $20,000 a month. Hey, you got to get to 50. You got to get to 100,000. Got to get to millionaire, right? So listen to this, guys. So there comes a point, like wherever we are, we should always be content. And where we are, sometimes we have to stop and just like, Lord, I'm just so grateful for that which I do have right now, right? I'm just really grateful. So you can be content, but still not complacent. So I'm very content. Like, my life is so great. I just like love my life. I think I have the best friends. I'm so grateful for my parents. like they're healthy and still here with me. And some people have lost their parents, and you know, I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for, like, I look at my father. My mother's here with me right now. She lives in Colombia, South America. My father is in South America, in Colombia. I'm grateful for even like looking at my father and the way that he lives life. He always said some people are so busy making a living that they can't design a life. And my father is that example of somebody who want to live life on their own terms. Like he made a decision, like I want to move to somewhere warmer. So he moved here. Like this the year was a blizzard, 2010. He was like, okay, that's it. He moved to Hilton Head, and then from Hilton Head they moved to Panama, Central America. And from Panama, Central America, they moved to Colombia, South America. Like in their 60s. I mean, not 60s, 70s. No excuses. Just doing whatever he wants to do every day, living life, eating healthy, just time freedom, just to do whatever, right? And so he said that some people are so busy making a living they can't design a life. And he lived it. He's designing his life. He's living a life the way he wants to. And that's like an example for me. So I feel grateful that I can look at my dad for an example. And everybody can look at that as no excuses, guys. Whatever it is that we want to do. Oh, hey, hey, Iona. How are you? Hey, Kenya and Jonetta. Yes, we are all in this country. We're just all so blessed. I mean, I think of just when we get in this time of gratitude, it really should bring you to tears. Like the safe neighborhood that I get to live in. Not everybody lives in a safe neighborhood. Um, and I just think of just my kids and, grandkids. With some kids, some parents have to worry about their kids and being in jail and getting them out and just all kinds of things. I feel so blessed that I have, great children. And then even when you go through things with your teenagers and then they just turn out to be really good people, I feel so blessed. All my kids are good people. Nobody's perfect, but they're good citizens. And now I got these wonderful grandkids. I'm just thankful for that. And then you think like some people can't even have children, and I was able to have 5. My mother always talked about how the doctor said she would never have kids. 1 in a million chance, and she had me. My mother had 1. But she always wanted a lot of kids, couldn't have them, but God in his faithfulness still gave her a lot of kids because she had 1 and I had 5. And she's just like, oh my God, Lord, look how you blessed me. Like the doctor said, I would never have any. I had 1, and from that 1, now I've got all these kids and grandkids. So, no. So that's just such a blessing. But we got to understand, so I was talking about just going through your process or wherever you are, just because I can think back to the days. I always tell you guys, like, I remember being on food stamps. It was scary to get off of food stamps. I remember being on WIC, going down to the WIC office, getting my vouchers what do we have to do it? Every month, every 2 months, however a month. I can't even remember now. Thank God, I can't remember. I remember being in the Section 8 office, and however year, every 6 months, however we have to go down there and, reapply and send in your paperwork and all of that to be able to stay in the housing. But I went through my process to go through that to where I am now. So I'm just want to encourage you just to go through your process. Just you got to believe and you got to know, but you got to put the work in. That's one thing that I always did. I put the work in, and I knew, even though it took longer than I thought it was going to take me, it happened. So I was always seeking. I was always stretching. I was always growing. I was always learning and knowing that whatever I was experiencing at the time wasn't going to be where I was going to end up. Let me see what y'all saying. Janetta, I'm thankful for everything. Kenya, you're so right. We look at the material, but we don't think about health and safety. Yeah. So I'm talking about, excuse me, and even the health part is like, I thank God that my parents are healthy as they are. I thank God for my health because we can't take that for granted. A lot of people are dealing with certain health challenges. Now, of course, I am very proactive to make sure that I don't have those health challenges, and challenges I had, I don't have anymore because I got on top of that with my nutrition and supplements. But even like, we got to be really grateful for that. And I'm telling you guys, gratitude is a great multiplier, because when you really take the time in the morning to basically do like I'm doing now and really get in that time of gratitude, so thankful that it just brings you to tears. So thankful to the Lord that the tears just run down your face. That's the right frequency and vibration to be in. Because when you're emitting the feelings of just deep thankfulness and gratitude, and remember, like attracts like, so that's just going to attract more good things to you, and then it snowballs. And like literally, like every day I'm just, y'all, I get up, I'm just so grateful. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to go to a job. Like, I've learned how to create my own income. That is such a blessing. I didn't always know how to do that, and through my process, the income wasn't always high. God, Lord, it's like people look at your end result, but they don't know everything that you've gone through. I mean, there's been times, even as an entrepreneur, where the funds weren't rapidly coming in, or they were less than what I needed. I've been through bankruptcy. I've had a car possessed, even in this house. Back in, when did my car get possessed? Repossessed. I can't remember. 2008? I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, I was laying in bed and I heard this noise. It was early in the morning. I was like, who's coming down the driveway? So I run in the bathroom and look out the window. And there's this man hooking up my Suburban to the truck. And I was like, oh my God. They got me to get the car. I was only 2 payments behind. Like, $600. I could come up with that $600 some kind of way. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, maybe I didn't think they were going to come get it. So I went, threw on some clothes, went running outside, 3 o'clock in the morning, and was just like, wait. And the man, he had gone down the street. I don't know why he went down there first, but anyway, maybe it's God. He left. So I stopped him, and I was able to get my things out of the Suburban. And then that was that. And that was gone. And so that car was gone, right? But now here I am driving a Mercedes that I don't even have to pay for because my business pays for it. So anyway, as I was saying, I just want to encourage you all just to know that you are going to get to that good that you desire. What's up, B? Hey. Brian knows my process. Brian's known me since I was 18. Brian came into my house when I was living in Section 8 housing, right? And Brian has seen my process. And so I was getting back to just how grateful I feel to have made it through the hard and challenging times, to figure out what it takes, and just through the process of time. Because we live on this earth, we live in a time-space reality. We got to do time. And it's, y'all know about seed time and harvest. So you plant the seeds, and you give it enough time. Meanwhile, you're watering the seeds, you're fertilizing the seeds, right? And then the harvest comes up. So many people want the harvest before they plant the seeds. Or they want to plant the seed and they want the harvest the next day. It doesn't work like that, you guys. So you got to be resilient. You got to have persistence. You got to be able to last. Like the Energizer Bunny, just keep going and going and going. And you know your dream will become reality, but you got to be consistent. As I put that post out the other day, consistency is the new currency. Like, understand your money, your good, your houses, your car, your peace, everything is going to come, but you need to be consistent. Consistent in what? Consistent in your actions. Yes, we got mind power, but you've got to do the work, right? Mental work and physical work. You got to be consistent in your actions. You got to be consistent in your thinking. You got to be consistent in your belief and knowing. You got to be consistent in creating, in your visualizing. Consistently keeping yourself in the right vibration and frequency. Brian said, "You've always had the heart of a champion." And Kenya says, "Get out of your uncomfortable comfort zone." That's right. So you got to do when if something is hard, but you got to do it. You got to do it with tears running down your face, literally. If there are calls you got to make, if there's people you got to prospect, if you got to network and get out and meet people, and you're scared, if you want to get to a better place, you better do it anyway. You got to do it. You got to do it afraid. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it afraid. You got to do it scared. You got to do it when it's hard. My father always said, convenience and greatness don't mix. Remember that, Brian? How many times did we hear that? Convenience and greatness don't mix. If you want to be great, it's not convenient. You got all kinds of obstacles and challenges, and life will like come to you and say, okay, let me test you. Let me see if you like got what it takes to make it through this. If you've got what it takes to truly, win. If you can keep that strong, positive mindset through this. And I'm telling you guys, oh my gosh, there's been so many situations that have come up to me with me. Like situations where I could have lost my home. But I didn't get into the, oh, woe is me. I'm going to lose it. I was like, if God gave it to me, it's mine and I'm going to keep it. I was going through the bankruptcy. Because sometimes business is cyclical. Now, thank God, it's steady, but this is one of my downtimes, right? And I was trying to get a, what's it called? Loan remodification. And this lawyer was like, in your situation, I don't see how this is going to happen. Like, I don't know. And I said to him, well, I know. I mean, that's at that time, the only thing I had was faith. The only thing I had was hope and belief. I couldn't let myself down and not believe and know that this wasn't going to work out. So I was like, don't worry. I know it's going to work out in my favor. I know it's going to go well for me. I mean, I just had the utmost confidence. I had to have it. Hey, Brian, Iona saying hello. And in that confidence, in that belief, my belief created the fact. The judge ruled in my favor and everything worked out. And I'm here today, still in my home. I ain't going to tell, it was just a lot. Remember, like when the property values went down, people were losing the houses and so much stuff was going on, and I had a business transition, and literally God sustained me. Y'all wouldn't believe. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You might not believe this. Listen to this. I'm gonna tell you what God can do. 4 years without paying my mortgage. 4 years. Y'all hear me? Yes. And I'm here today. Still talking about but God. You just gotta believe. Your belief will create the fact. Yes, He is so faithful. I am telling you. Boy. So when in business, being in network marketing, and you meet all these people and they like don't last 24 months. It's like, come on, guys. What is 24 months? You're giving the man 40 years and you can't last 24 to 36 months. Really? I'm going to say 5 years. Look, Amway tells people you in this thing for 10 years. No, I'm not saying it's going to take you 10 years. But give it 5. What is 60 months, And you got to think to yourself, first of all, it's all about you. Because you don't have the exact right mindset you should have. You don't think with wealthy principles. You got to develop new skill sets. So it's not about the company and your product and whatever getting in place. You got to get you in place. That's what's not right. You got to get so you're consistent and disciplined. So it's more about you. It ain't about the company or the products. It's about you getting yourself to do those things consistently that you should be doing. And once you get that right, then everything is going to fall into place and the good stuff is going to show up. But people it's like, I just get so wild. And sometimes I don't even say anything. I get so wild by people like, really? You join, you're all excited. And then 18 months later, like, you just what you were so excited about, like you just couldn't last, you're gone. But then, like, what's the point? You might as well stick and stay, because if you have like that entrepreneur spirit in you, you see something else good in 4 more months, you're gonna start something else new. Then that's like, then you're starting all over again. So you got to give yourself time. You got to last through the learning curve. There's a learning curve to this stuff. But when you don't take your business seriously, like you can't even say, like if you joined, most people when they join a business and you're in that business for 12 months, most people are really, if somebody say, how long you been doing the business? You can't say a year, because that's not how long you've been working it. You've been in a year, but you maybe the total that you've really been working it, maybe 3 months. Like I work my business every day. Nobody has to motivate me. Nobody has to coach me. I know in my situation, like everything is dependent on me. So I don't have anybody that I can depend on for income. Nobody give me anything. So I got to wake up every day and go after it. I got to go for it. Even when I was married, I was leading the charge in that, because I knew there was a certain lifestyle that I wanted for myself. I looked and saw the people on yachts, people in big homes, people who are on the golf course in the morning. If they can do it, why not me? But it doesn't come through laziness. It doesn't come through complacency. You got to be driven. You got to go get it. You got to be motivated. You got to be a hustler. And if you're not those things, you got to cultivate them in you. You got to learn something new. That's why I tell people, you don't got to do what I'm doing, but you got to do something. Maybe you like what I'm doing. We can do something together. But I don't get, like, when I'm recruiting people for my business, who cares if they don't want to do my business, right? I don't care if somebody tells me no. Everything is not for everybody. But I just want them to find something that's right for them and go do, that thing. But if what I'm doing feels right to you, then hey, let's do it together. But you got to be consistent. Like this lady said the other night, she talked to my mother. She said, I tell people, if you're not willing to truly work your business for real, go get a job at Walmart. I don't have time for like flim-flam, wishy-washy, just lazy people or whatever. Go work at Walmart somewhere, But hey, what's up, Lola? Hey, Therese. Hey, Key Marie. How you guys doing? So, anyway, y'all who just joined, I've been up since 2 o'clock. I fell asleep last night, like before 10. I was so sleepy because it was my aunt's memorial, and I had to take my son. He was leaving for Barbados. We thought to Dulles. I took him all the way to Dulles Airport, almost 2 hours away. Left, and then he says, "Oh, come back and get me. I'm at the wrong airport. I'm supposed to be at Reagan in D.C." Oh my God! So we had to go 50 minutes to there. So by the time I got home, I was exhausted. But then I woke up at 2 in the morning. I haven't been able to sleep since. So, so I decided just to make this video because as I was doing my time of gratitude this morning, I just felt so overwhelmed with thankfulness and appreciation to God that I just wanted to share and encourage people, because I'm thankful for all that I have and the more that is coming. I'm thankful for, let me tell y'all something else you should be thankful for. I'm really thankful for just freedom. Like, really, like, I get to wake up every day and do whatever it is that I want to do. That's like so awesome. Like, I have found a way to not have to work a job and have a really nice lifestyle. But it's so possible for you. That's why I want to encourage you. If some people like their job, okay, that's fine. Stay on your job if you like it. But if you like me, psychologically unemployable. When I was a school teacher, guys, I was a school teacher for 1 year. I had ulcers in my stomach. I was threw up in the parking lot. I'm like, I cannot do this. I just cannot. I can't, like, for my life, like, wake up every day and go somewhere that I really don't want to go and be around people that I don't want to be around doing something I really don't have a passion for. It's like, no. Oh, my God, no. Like, I got to find a better way. There has to be a better way. So I made sacrifices. So I stopped that job making $40,000 a year as a school teacher for that 1 year. And I went back to substitute teaching, which probably was, I don't know, $12,000 a year. I don't know, something crazy low. But on the side, I did my network marketing business. So I'm like, I'm going to do network marketing and learn how to create my own income while I am doing this substitute teaching. And that's what helped me. So I was able to substitute and which was easy. So I was able to do some work and plan and things while I was in the classroom. So that was part of my process to get where I am now. So I probably was substituting maybe 4 years or whatever. And then I was able to get to the point of totally letting that go. And so now, so on Facebook, I talk about one business primarily, but I have 3 different businesses I get paid from, and I will be developing more streams of income. What's up, Brian Tunson? Hey, hey. My condolences to you for the loss of your dad. So, what's Brian Bailey said? Proud of you, Bunmi. Have a great day going underground. All right, I'll talk to you later. Remember, we're supposed to be getting together at Starbucks soon. So anyway, guys, if you are just joining us, watch from the replay. But let's just all understand that, have the affirmation, I will persist until I succeed. What does that mean? How long is it going to take? However long it takes. How long is it going to take till the job gets done? What you going to do? Just do it. And then do what? And then do it, and do it, and do it. I will persist until I succeed. You go back to Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, right? And read the part about being 3 feet from gold. And read how the man was digging and digging for the vein of gold. And then how he gave up. Sold all his equipment, gave up. Then the guy who bought his equipment hired an expert. That's the power of a mentor. Hired an expert and said, can you show me? And he sold the guy who sold his equipment, sold it for pennies on the dollar, and went back home, started selling insurance. The guy that he sold the equipment to hired an expert and said, can you show me like where I should be digging? And it ended up that he just had to move to like the fault line or wherever, just 3 feet away from where, I forget the guy's name now, who stopped digging. Wherever he stopped digging was just 3 feet away from gold, just 3 feet. And when he heard that story, he was like, oh my God, you know what? I may have stopped back then 3 feet away from gold, but now I'm in the insurance business. I will never stop because men tell me no. That was his learning lesson, because he could have had millions upon millions of dollars, but he gave up too soon. So I'm telling you, just keep going through the process. Keep going through your process. No, it takes some time, but learn to manage yourself in time. Manage your emotions, manage your thoughts, manage your belief, manage your frequency, manage yourself in time. And that will help you to move the good to you even quicker, because as you're moving closer to your goal, right, know and see your goal is moving closer to you, and get into that feeling and vibration every day. That's like the good juicy creating space. But anyway, guys, oh, what's up, Lola? How are you? Oh, wait a minute, I thought it was another Lola. I already said hi to that Lola. Hey, Laura, good morning, champion. How you doing? So listen, guys, let's go out here and create a great day for ourselves. You're not like, oh, I'm going to see what happens today. We're not going to see what happens today. We make things happen. It's up to us. As I posted out this morning, if it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. Up to who? Up to me. Up to who? I want you to point to yourself. Say, it's up to me. I want y'all to leave that comment. Write that affirmation right down here. I want y'all to write, if it is to be, it's up to me. Leave that so I can know y'all hearing me, and you can be affirming that today. If it is to be, it's up to me. Up to who? Up to me. Me. It's up to you, okay? You got the power. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. Let's get out here and create a great day for ourselves, guys. Bye-bye.